summer's evening, Paul had just finished a song called Blackbird, and he came out onto the portico, just jeans, no top, no shoes, acoustic guitar, and he played that first version to the girls sitting across the way. Yeah, so a nice moment. You also have to remember, back in the 60s, there were a lot of sort of weirdos who just turned up, you know, Mr. Kite, Billy Shears, Adolf Hitler. And on one occasion, someone knocked on the door wanting tea and biscuits, and he announced he was Jesus Christ. Now Paul thought, well, what if he is Jesus Christ? You know, I can't really turn him away. So he invited him in. He had Jesus. He also took him down to the studio. Got Road Ready was recording "Fixing a Hole." Jesus sat on the floor for 4 hours while Paul was recording. And at the end of the session, Paul went out of the studio, turned right, Jesus turned left, and he never ever heard from him again. So he clearly wasn't Jesus, yeah? The other things that you probably need to know about this place, Paul composed Hey Jude here, Penny Lane, Martha My Dear, amongst other things. And one thing which sticks in my mind, which shows the Lennon-McCartney songwriting process very clearly. When John, in all effect, had left the band, he was working on the ballad of John and Yoko, but he couldn't finish the last two verses. So he called round to Paul's on a Sunday night with Yoko, and he asked Paul to help him. And I think it's sort of 20 minutes, Paul had finished the last two verses, you know, which shows, you know, the partnership in operation. And then John said, hey, let's go and record it. So they went around, you see where the studio is, yeah? And that's Paul on drums on that track. So again, you can imagine, would John have been so open to Paul's request for help? Who knows? The other interesting thing which happened here, this is where Yoko Ono came to ask for Paul and Linda's help in getting John back from the Lost Weekend. Yeah? So Paul was the intermediary who set out the terms and conditions for John returning to Yoko. Is this the kind of stuff that you're interested in?
Yes.
Wow.
So what we need then is a photograph.
Get a group
Yeah,
photo,
group
and then
photo.
if you want individuals.